Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Moletrap here, coming at you with another StarCraft commentary, and this is another from the MSL Top 100. I am super excited about this game. Look at this, BoxeR versus NaDa. BoxeR versus NaDa. If you don't know who they are, if that doesn't inspire you to going crazy about how cool this game is, I will explain it in just a minute. First of all, I do want to mention though, so this is the second game I've done in this series where I'm trying to do commentaries on some of these old legendary games, and I just wanted to thank you guys for the comments on the first game and the announcement that I made. It's just been really cool to have people welcoming me back, and it's just it's been kind of funny to like get these comments about like, what the heck, like this subscription's been sitting in my YouTube feed for years without showing anything, and something showed up. I think my favorite comment, I don't remember if I'm saying exactly right, my favorite comment was, I've been refreshing this page for 11 years. Which is just funny. And also a little funny because it's actually been almost 8 years since the last time I released some StarCraft commentaries, but still. Anyway, so it just feels really good to be welcomed back by some of the old fans, and hopefully this series will be able to introduce some new fans to some of the old legends as well. So that would be really cool. In any case, let me give you some context for this game here real quick. So this is BoxeR versus NaDa. These guys, absolute legends. Both of these players were so legendary that they became icons in the esports world. They were team managers later on when it came to StarCraft 2. BoxeR, of course, had Slayer's team. NaDa actually managed a couple different teams as well, and he actually played for OGS StarCraft 2 team for a while as well, old generations. In any case, so this is kind of again, I mean, I said this in the last one, this is probably going to be the case for a lot of these MSL Top 100 games, and we're just seeing pretty normal openers, by the way, for both players. Nothing too much to talk about here. Rax and Refinery, you want to get into mech as quickly as possible in TVT usually. In any case, yeah, so a little context. In 2001, BoxeR basically won almost every single StarCraft tournament. I mean, that's one of the reasons why he got the reputation he has. It's one of the reasons why he's a legend, because in the early days of this esport, he was just an absolute monster. NaDa won basically every StarCraft tournament in 2002. And some of the ones that the other one didn't win, the other one won. Or there's a lot of second place and what have you. But basically, just if you look at the list of accomplishments, and by the way, I'm looking at their list of like titles, and they each have over 30 titles in this game. Over 30! 30 gold, silvers, and bronzes, and some of those were like small show matches and stuff like that, but still, Jesus. In any case, so this is 2003. So, we've got a battle of two different titans, and NaDa has been more successful most recently, but in 2003, they've both been struggling a little bit. And when I say struggling, I mean, like, only silvers and bronzes, and just doing well in general, whereas, compared to each of them having two barracks passing in the night, look at how similar their builds are. Their barracks are literally passing in the middle of the map at almost the exact same point to go scout each other. An academy going up already here for I believe. Oh, actually, let me hold on. Check down here. I forgot to check who is whom. I think BoxeR is in the blue here. Yeah, and actually you can tell they usually they ally one of the players at the beginning, so that the little thing around the buildings is yellow for the ally, and it's going to be red around the person that's not ally. So that's one way you can tell. But if you can read Korean, you can also read the names up in the top left, and it says that NaDa is at the 11 o'clock position. So, in any case, by the way, recommend learning the Korean alphabet. It's pretty easy to learn, and it's kind of fun to be able to read some of these the names and stuff in these old Korean VODs. So we've got two factories. We've got an armory here going down, the starport, and an academy. What is going on here? Second factory going down. This is going to get scouted. Well, I mean, obviously he's... What the... Wait, there's a fire bat? He's landed... Oh my gosh, BoxeR has landed his barracks, the scouting barracks, in NaDa's base, and is building fire bats. That's what the academy... I mean, I don't know what he's researching at the academy, to be honest. range, marine range for some. I don't know. I'm not sure what's going on there. But he's created 2 fire bats. Maybe it's stim. Oh, it's got to be stim. He's created stim. He's running 2 stim pack fire bats. He's gonna try and roast some of these SCVs in the supply line. This is ridiculous. A Goliath pops out just in time. If that Goliath hadn't been there, those firebats would have done a lot more damage, actually. And then welcome to 2003 StarCraft, by the way, when you could pull off crazy shenanigans like this. NaDa, in the meantime, has gotten 2 starports. He's going to be producing mass raids. BoxeR already has the 1 starport. It has the control tower on it. I'm not sure if he's going to research Cloak. Might be the reason for that. Could be for dropships as well. He might be looking to drop in some vultures. I mean, that's obviously, we're seeing that the control tower isn't researching anything, so he may be producing a dropship, though. We'll have to see. Both players, yeah, there's the dropship. That's what I thought. You wouldn't build a control tower without it, unless you were trying to do that. But the barracks has been pushed out, and this is crucial. He built that Goliath, pushed out the barracks, which means BoxeR's barracks was not able to scout the 2 starports, so he does not know this is coming. There's going to be a lot of raids showing up very soon, and I don't think BoxeR's going to have anything to deal with this. He's building vultures and a dropship. No, he is making Goliaths. I'm sorry. I thought he wasn't making Goliaths. It looked like he was trying to do like a quick drop with, I was expecting vultures, but he has making some Goliaths. Maybe he did scout it and I didn't notice, so apologies if I missed that. But lots of Goliaths being put out here. The dropship, I'm not sure what it's going to be able to accomplish at this point. There's so many Goliaths that I don't know if it's going to be able to do a lot. Moving across the map, NaDa's barracks has moved out of the base in order to not get killed off by BoxeR's Goliaths, and so it's not going to... Oh no, the Wraith's moving out at just the right moment. What is he... Oh, so this is a very old map that I'm not familiar with. It's possible... This is actually an island map. That's what he was doing. He's that's what the dropship was for expanding. I'm sorry. I should have looked up this map ahead of time. But this is such an old game that it's actually on an island map. I don't think we've seen island maps in professional StarCraft tournaments in a long time. It's been at least a dozen years. I mean, that's how long I've been watching. But this is kind of crazy. So that would explain the quick error as well. Actually, I am an idiot and I didn't realize this was an air map. So of course he's going wraiths or dropships. There's no other option. Oh boy. Okay, so the wraiths have revealed themselves. They're coming in with a dropship here as well. I feel like a fool not knowing this is an air map, but this has gotten very exciting very quickly for me. That you know, we've got this attack of wraiths, and I don't think they're actually going for an attack. I think they're just kind of controlling the airspace, trying to bottle BoxeR in now. BoxeR has a lot of Goliaths. He's got basically 2 full dropships worth of Goliaths ready to go, it looks like. So very different strategies here. Going for the dropship play. Obviously, the Goliaths are going to destroy wraiths. Just destroy them in a straight-up combat. But the Wraiths, obviously, are more mobile and can operate in different situations. So it's going to come down to whether or not those Wraiths can be in the right place at the right time in order to stop the dropships from moving. NaDa doesn't have a lot of scouting. His barracks has been killed off, I believe. But he's able to... no, I'm sorry. He does have a building floating around still. My apologies. So he does have kind of control over the space. BoxeR has put turrets out on different places as well. Looks like he's going to try and build turrets and then put down command centers or maybe float them over, but probably just build them on those islands. And pretty bold move here. Here comes the Wraiths coming in. Now, BoxeR only has the 1 comset station, so we're looking at 3 or 4 scans at this point is all that he's going to be able to do. Oh, those Wraiths... Ooh. Saw them. Luckily, they were cloaked. And he's going to try and do some harassment here. He's going to try and bait out those comsat scans as well. And if BoxeR is forced to use a comsat scan without having a lot of Goliaths in the area to actually make use of that, then the scan will go to waste. The Wraiths will just fly away. Damage will not be done. I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, he's already got the control tower. I wouldn't be surprised if BoxeR starts going towards attempting to get attempting to get some science vessels out in order to accompany these dropships. Accompany the Goliaths that make him a lot safer. He has landed a lot of those Goliaths. They were able to get past the blockade of Wraiths and land onto the central section here of this map. And so it looks like BoxeR is looking to set up to win the long game, basically NaDa is stuck in his base in the top left. He's built a command center. He's going to be floating it over very soon to a new base. But in the meantime, BoxeR is building 2 command centers, possibly 3 on those islands. And yeah, see, look, the Wraiths are not able to do anything. We've got a couple turrets. We've got a few Goliaths in these island locations. It's not going to be able to do it. But the Wraiths might be able to clear the path for these dropships to come in. BoxeR might be too spread out. His forces are divided amongst all those different islands. And the Wraiths are coming in here. They're scouting. They're saying, okay, there's only 3 Goliaths here. Let's drop a crap ton of units down on this island. Tanks as well. This does not look good for BoxeR. I don't know if he's going to be able to get his units back in time. That is a lot of army units in the middle of his base. Attacking his production buildings. Can he get his dropships filled up back to his main base in order to stop all of his buildings from dying? One factory is going to go down. If he loses another factory, I think he's just going to be too crippled in this attack. He doesn't have any tanks either, which is crucial. That one tank is going to do so much damage. Another factory is going to go down. A Goliath pops out. He's trying to repair one of the Goliaths that popped out. Here comes the last few. This could be the end of the match. If he's able to kill off this invading force, he'll have a distinct advantage. But if he can't, he's going to lose the game. The Goliaths pile up, and he just has too much firepower. The Wraiths, he's invested so much money in Wraiths that NaDa does not have the firepower on the ground in order to deal with that. Too many Goliaths, and the SCVs repairing as well. NaDa's invasion is repelled. Now BoxeR is not in a good situation at this point because of the fact he doesn't have any production buildings, but he's got such a good potential economy. We're just looking at these side bases and noticing that actually, even though he's built those bases, he hasn't actually built any SCVs at those bases, so they're not actually mining for him right now. NaDa, it looks like, is continuing to produce Wraiths. He kind of needs to. He can't just fall back and try and rebuild a ground force. He's lost his dropships, I believe, and he's lost the ground forces, so it's going to be hard to build that back up again. BoxeR is just going for econ at this point, trying to protect what he has. I think he knows that NaDa can't really make another invasion attack like that, having lost those dropships. So he's just saying, okay, well, I'm going to sit back, use the fact that I have more bases, and in fact do a little bit of drop over here as well. Yes, that forest is going to drop. Yeah, without dropships to keep things up, this is just BoxeR has now control of the map. So it looked like he was going to cripple BoxeR in that attack with those dropships. BoxeR's forces were just too spread out, but he was able to get back and defend. And now BoxeR has complete map control. NaDa cannot do very much at all. The Wraiths will not be enough to deal with these Goliaths, and he doesn't have enough dropships to move his forces around. So very interesting just to think about the fact that even though this is an island map, and so that's one of the reasons why we're seeing these dropships, this is very reminiscent of later TVT play where you see a lot of dropships anyway, because you get these massive tank lines, and dropping Goliaths or Vultures on top of the tank lines can be a good way to disrupt the enemy tank line in order to move your own forces in. So kind of shades of hints of where TVT might go later on, basically going on in this game, this very early TVT game. I mean, very early. Like I said, obviously Brood War has been an esport for a few years already, but this is going back 17 years. 17 years ago. Next week, this game was played, ladies and gentlemen. 17 years. People have been playing StarCraft for that long. It's just boggles your mind to think about the fact that this game has. Not this specific match, but this game of StarCraft has had that longevity that. It's still being played professionally to this day, and that's just absolutely amazing. Both players just kind of trying to expand around the map. It looks like NaDa has managed to sneak another expansion on an island here. He's flying around these dropships. I mean, it's just so hard without any Wraiths. The BoxeR has map control, but without any Wraiths, he can't actually stop what few dropships NaDa has from getting around the map. So NaDa looks like he's able to take a few outposts around the map. But BoxeR is now up and mining on those bases. Here's another base for... NaDa is actually taking the bottom right bases. This is very interesting. If he's able to maintain some control, then NaDa might be able to get back into it economically, but I just don't see it happening. BoxeR has his economy already going. NaDa is just starting to build these bases on these islands in the bottom right, whereas BoxeR has built them long since built them, and has been starting to mine them very, very effectively. Yeah, this is not looking good. BoxeR now has his own raids. A little turret line is going to prevent them from going in and harassing NaDa's main base. But with Wraiths now and a superior ground force, I think not BoxeR's just going to be able to control the map too much. And if he discovers those bases in the top right, which I don't think, I'm sorry, bottom right, which I don't think he has, that's going to be bad too. And losing that engineering bay was running around scouting, but that actually is going to prevent him from building turrets for a little while as well, which is kind of significant. Usually you think of the engineering bay as kind of a throwaway building. You can use it to float out and gain vision, but in this case, it's actually pretty important. He may have another one somewhere, I'm not sure, or maybe building another one at this point. And you can see he actually started building a few turrets before that bay went down, so he was able to get a few more defenses in the bottom right. This is a significant force that we see as NaDa has built up. He's built that dropship count back up. Obviously, it took him some time, during which time BoxeR was able to build up his economy and his Wraith force. But that is a significant force. Now, again, I mean, one Doom Drop could still spell the end for either player. If the main base goes down, it's just going to be too hard to recover, I think. The production buildings and the tech buildings and all the supply depots in the main bases. So if NaDa is able to successfully do one big Doom Drop and take out BoxeR's main base, it might still work. We can see one single dropship roaming around. It may be a distractionary force. The Wraiths are not in the right place, actually. Comsat goes down. He sees there's a few scans. More starports going down, but there's got to be Goliaths inside, which is going to be that anything. Oh, the Wraiths are there. He's going to go for the dropship. One dropship is going to get... No, everything gets out of that dropship. Nothing is killed in the air. NaDa is able to drop his entire force there, where there's a spot where just one turret. The Wraiths were not in the right spot. Several tanks have been dropped out. They're going to be able to very, very devastating. But there's only 4 Goliaths. There's only 4 Goliaths. These Wraiths are going to be too much. Even if there's, Goliaths are so good against Wraiths, but when there's so few Goliaths and so many Wraiths, it might be too much. He's having to scan. The Goliaths are not enough. The Wraiths are going to take out every single Goliath. Then they're going to take out every tank. And then they're going to take NaDa out of the game. There's the GG coming from NaDa. And BoxeR... remember, this started off with BoxeR. And look at the history of this game. This used to be a situation where some of the fans could just stand behind and watch, where it was kind of almost an exhibition thing in public spaces. This is the roots of this game, ladies and gentlemen. So fun to see this and these old school, and it was even they've got these kind of sort of fancy looking sort of futuristic uniforms and stuff like that, which were even more sci-fi-ish back in 2001-2 before this. Just kind of cool to see how far this game has come from these almost exhibition matches going on. And this is the semifinals of the tournament, by the way. So this is a huge match, but still people just kind of standing around randomly. And, it's gone from that to a place where, entire stadiums are filled out with thousands and thousands of fans watching players in huge professional situations. So anyway, pretty cool to see. That's one of the reasons why I love watching these old VODs. I hope you guys enjoyed this. And again, hopefully we'll be seeing some more StarCraft action very soon. Thanks for watching.